The leaders of France, Germany and Britain are to travel to Washington to join Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky for his crunch talks with Donald Trump tomorrow. EU President Ursula von der Leyen and NATO boss Mark Rutte will also be at the White House for the meeting, which follows President Trump's talks with Vladimir Putin in Alaska on Friday. This evening, the Russian president has reportedly agreed to allow the US and European allies to offer Ukraine a security guarantee as part of an eventual deal to end the war.
A united front at this crucial time. As Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky prepares to meet Donald Trump for high-stakes talks in the White House tomorrow, today a rallying message of support from the EU.
Our position is clear. International borders cannot be changed by force. These are decisions to be made by Ukraine and Ukraine alone. And these decisions cannot be taken without Ukraine at the table.
Ursula von der Leyen is among a group of European leaders who will accompany the Ukrainian president to the Oval Office tomorrow. Among those also attending, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, French President Emmanuel Macron and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. On the agenda, the next steps on the path to peace in Ukraine, amid concerns over what may have been discussed about territory between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump on Friday.
I don't know what Putin and President Trump actually talked about, and I want President Trump to tell me a lot of details and then tell European leaders. The fact that President Trump gave a signal about security guarantees is much more important to me than Putin's thoughts, because Putin will not give any security guarantees.
Nonetheless, today, Donald Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, said Russia had agreed to allow NATO-style security protections, a development he described as a game-changer.
Which was the first time we had ever heard the Russians agree to that.
Security guarantees have long been one of the key priorities for Ukraine and will no doubt feature in tomorrow's crucial talks. Kate Varley, RTE News.
Well, ahead of that meeting at the White House tomorrow, a group of nations supporting Ukraine, known as the Coalition of the Willing, held a virtual call to discuss priorities. Taoiseach Micheál Martin was one of those who took part. He's been speaking to reporters in Cork and to our correspondent Mark O'Driscoll.
I think it's very significant because it illustrates the importance of the European dimension to all of this, that it's not just about the future of Ukraine's and its security guarantees, but the future of European security as well. We welcome the US drive for peace and the momentum towards getting a peace settlement, and very clearly a clear ask from Europe is that the killing and the bombing stops. And that substantive negotiations take place which respect the territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine.